So where was I heading? This
I
way.
know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Yep.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
So what's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Interesting. Maybe I can look in on Jessie or... Wait, you don't even like her, but you're checking in on her? What's the deal with that?
You say that like it's weird.
Well, because it is, but... Alright. But why bother?
Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Oh, strong ethical background there for Miss Ellie. So, maybe I can look in on Jessie on your behalf.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Well, I know how to shoot my way through it. Bureaucracy, that is.
Something I can help you with?
Alright, so I'd like to see Jessie Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
So let's use our perception here. The records say, have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
So that didn't work in our favor. Can I buy supplies from you?
Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
Yep, that's capitalism at its finest. See you around.
Take care.
Alright, so let's quick save and see. Can we get inside? Oh, who are you? Dr. Wanda Dorset. She's the one that we need to inform to stop harassing that other guy.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Well, yes, I
If
am.
you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
So before I tell her about what Wheeler said, let's ask about the other stuff. So, better myself. Isn't this the med bay?
Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway?
So, okay, what's going on?
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
What do you need the mechanicals for?
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
And why is that?
The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything.
Oh, okay, that's noble of you to admit. How about I try and find this Captain Neriant?
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws. Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
Nothing for now.
You have yourself a day then.
Oh, interesting. So I didn't get to tell her what the other guy said. So did I botch the quest? No, I didn't. So now we get a next thing to do in this quest, which is find Captain Neriant on some asteroid that's probably gonna take us off this planet, so we're not gonna do that, of course. I kind of want to do the companion's quest first if I can. Talk to Jesse. Yeah, we can't do that. We are not allowed to go in there. Or at least that's what people are saying. Let's save and try to do this anyway, though. And what's the worst thing that could happen? They could shoot at us. Oh, restricted access. I don't think that's gonna go well. I need to find a data pad. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's save one more time. Alright, so where's my objective? There she is. No, that's not the right door.
On rotten time. Leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Interesting. That was the girl we encountered last time. We once stood in this spot and engaged in that conversation, but we hadn't met Ellie yet. So now we have more dialogue options.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Alright, we could use intimidation here. Sure, why not? Open the door before I kick it down.
Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Alright, so it sounds like there's more than Ellie told us.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
Do I look like it?
A lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Alright, so, oh, we could lie here. Interesting. I don't want to do that, though. What did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Let's see, yet you think the board had someone follow you, and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
And naturally, you chose to steal it, didn't you?
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udam's deposit I'd spent.
Wow, okay. So things went to to heck. Okay, so let's see. Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udam Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
All right, sure, I can do that. I'm gonna talk to Udam anyway, so why not have a chit chat about you too?
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
All right, so I guess... Can we steal anything? Yeah, no, let's not steal her stuff. Or at least I hope it's a good gun. Should we talk to her?
Any word on Jessie?
Yeah, she's into debt with the board and thinks someone's after her. I'll handle it.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Sure thing. Let's go, guys. So many things to read and see. Yeah, not a lot of things in this terminal. Let's just move on. Ooh, that looks shiny. I bet that's where Bedford is. Yeah, that's definitely where Bedford is.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udam fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Things are going south, aren't they? Oh, nothing.
When's this shit bucket station going to repair its damn radiators? This armor doesn't breathe.
Yeah, looks like it. And this is Bedford, I guess.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Probably.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Well, aren't you quite a perceptive one? Let's see, Alex is dead. Why did you impound my ship? Yeah, can be unpleasant here. I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells, no? Alex is dead, man, sorry.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Get your shit together, man. Come on. So I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Wow, what exactly was your relationship with him? It sounds much more than friendship, man.
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Sure. Yeah, he did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
I crash landed on him. How about that? But let's not reveal the truth to him. That would be, I bet, a bit too devastating. He was eaten alive by feral canids. He died in an escape-pod accident. Trust me, you don't want to know the details. Yeah, let's go with a funny one.
You're quite right, of course. Best not to pry into such dismal things.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand, which is my ship?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you, of course. Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
So, let's see. I know Alex never mentioned. Why do you think I'd know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
You got some imagination, my friend. Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells. Sorry.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this deal about the board having your head, since you mentioned it?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Anything I could do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose.
Yeah, besides that though, I can't tell you where he is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
As you wish. Oh, also I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Compulsory donation? Oh man, what a world to live in, where things like that are actually legal. She's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an indenture contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Oh, that's interesting. She's hiding in the sickbay to avoid assassins. I'm sure she'd prefer work. Way I see it, she doesn't have much choice, or none I suppose, but if she doesn't show up, kill her like you planned. Now let's go with number 2. The way I see it, she doesn't have much of a choice.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Well, let's see if we can learn anything else interesting out of him.
Be my guest.
So, what do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
That actually sounded kinda dirty. Okay, big fish in a small station. Nice setup. But that doesn't answer my question.
I send a lot of messages. Sometimes I read them. Every once in a while, I'll impound a ship if I want to feel alive.
Wow, I really envy you, man. If impounding ships is your hobby. So, can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Oh, let's see. So, no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Alright, no would have done it. You didn't have to crack open the thesaurus, man.
Best to be clear, I believe.
Alright, so does it seem hot here to you?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
Oh, boo-hoo. You're doing fine, man. Stop complaining. You're like eating with silver spoons and stuff. Alright, so why are there armed guards in here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
This guy is as gay as they come. Let's use our intelligence here. To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
Alright, so let's see. You call keeping officers on the promenade benign?
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
Of course you don't. So what are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does the chairman come here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Well, that's just bad capitalism, man. I mean, you're maintaining a room that's never to be used. Okay. Good way to spend your money, I guess. So back to my other questions.
Ask away.
I'm certainly not going to reveal Phineas as well's location, so bye. Let's go. Enough messing around. Alright, so we still have another quest over there, which is introducing Parvati to John Lee Tennyson, which is like the leader of the space station.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells.
Yeah. You're never gonna capture him.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Nothing says home style like a robot chef. Oh man. Let's see. Aren't you just a glorified vending machine?
This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Yeah, you file away, man. Oh, we could use other engineering here? Interesting. So, let me take a look at you. Maybe I can fix you.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm not in the mood to eat anything. Bye-bye. Ah, even the robots are funny in this station. Who would have thought?
You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. I'd probably get my face eaten off. So far as you know, I'm not drinking on duty.
What's this place here?
This is those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
All right.
Spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
All right, Parvati, control yourself. Sure she's gonna go nuts over June Lee Tennyson.
June Lee Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Well, if you take a shower, you're actually kind of cute. All right, so let's see. Nice place you got here, Chief, but let's not lie. It's a dump. I'm Captain of the Unreliable.
Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Well, I'll try not to start any fights, but I might have to end some.
Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through. Now that my ship's out of impound, I can safely say I'm headed for Monarch. Yeah, let's talk with her. Let's see what she knows. I don't think she's a bad character in this game.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
So one look and you trust me already? Okay. So before I let Parvati loose and she crawls all over her, let's just talk about some other stuff. I heard you're having a heat problem. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
And why haven't you fixed them?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Alright, so you probably die out of a heat stroke, which is the only alternative, but surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast, or maybe even better, is there no room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Okay, let's use our intelligence here. So you need a contractor to work this out. And I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Really? That's it? In the back base? I kinda was expecting it to be on another planet, but okay. Where are the back bays?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Oh, so we can get into a fight, finally. So let's see. You can't get these parts anywhere else? Oh no, let's go for something else. Couldn't we try and talk this out with whomever is down there? Have you tried sending anyone else down there to get the parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Well, you could have said it's more that I'm better than those guys, but okay. Why so protective, none taken? Flash a rude gesture with both hands, none taken. No. Let's go with number one. Why are you so protective?
Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it.
Okay. So, okay, alright, then I'll get you those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Also...
Sorry about the heat. Here, drink up. No excuse for dehydration on my watch.
Cool, thank you. And also, Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei like crazy, so go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Isn't she a smooth talker, that Junlei? Alright, so let's nudge Parvati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Oh wow, they seem to be getting a little too well along. So Parvati, don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare in person. Alright, let's silently encourage Parvati.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Wrap it up, Parvati. You're making a fool of yourself. You know what? I'm gonna be ironic with her and whisper in her ear. Nice job.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Alright, so, you know what? Let's not ask about other things right now. She gave us the quest. Let's just leave.
Still betting on the Tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Wait, that quest takes me back to Ellie. What is happening here? Well, since we're here...
To see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Oh, interesting. So, she's one of these companion characters, I guess, and she could join my group. Interesting. So, are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
You can say whatever I want. I just can welcome you aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Interesting. I could make somebody go back. But actually, let's just have her meet me at my ship. We'll check her skills out later and see what she's like.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Alright, we leveled up and hey, wait a sec, where are you going?
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now.
You're welcome.
I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Wow, I managed to make everybody happy. That's not something I do too often in games. Usually I screw up royally, but okay. So, sure, watch yourself when I'm gone. Bye-bye. There goes that woman. Alright, so, we can level up one more time here, I guess. It's interesting that we haven't fired a single bullet during this stream and yet we gained 2 levels. In any case, let's see, what should we level up for 10 points now? How about raising engineering 1 more point? Because look at this, if we go novice, we can repair weapons and armor in the inventory. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's slowly go for the long guns a bit more. Because I kind of want to get to this skill at some point. So let's give 5 points to that. And maybe 5 points to leadership. Or 4 points. That's all the points we have remaining. Great, now on to perks. We can spend 1 more perk point in this tier and then tier 2 will be unlocked. So there was one skill I was interested in, which was... There it is. Tactical time dilation recharge rate. Very nice. Thank you. And now we get new skills the next time. So the next time we level up, it's gonna be exciting. Alright, so here we are on the Groundbreaker. Let's see what we can do next. Happiness is a warm spaceship, so you need to get new parts for the radiator array to keep the Groundbreaker from overheating. Junlei wants you to salvage the parts from the radiators from the old machinery in the back base. And this is gonna be, hopefully, a combat mission. Because I kinda know, Junlei said some people went there and never came back. Which obviously means there's some danger there. Let's see where this is. It's one floor below us. To the central area. Alright, let's see. How will we get there?
CNP pancake mix.
How are the repairs
Now
going?
requires no mixing.
Ooh, sublight.
I'm ready for downtime.
Nasty encounter you had down there. Sorry, man. Fucking pirates, right? How you planning to spend your night off? Some lonely young Mardette with starships in their eyes?
Figured I'd get in some quality time with Vera's stock.
Let me know when you're heading out. We'll get drinks the night before.
Alright guys, you're cool. So this is the company, the freighter company that's mining asteroids, and it's a shady business if I remember correctly. But there might be some job for us here, so let's head in and see if that's the case.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
We'll see. Maybe both. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. I decided there's a lot of things that we can read, so I'm gonna try and speed read the most of them. And if something pops up like a quest update, then that means the what I'm reading currently is important, so I'm gonna stick around and talk about that a bit more. So we lost another contractor. Anyone seen Horthor lately? I could use some reliable help. Nice, they're expecting us. Alright, Catherine is bringing an income. She's very well, she's very good, yada yada. Alright, the captain is behaved. One of us had an altercation. A crate of spoiled something. The next time we find an abandoned ship, we'll dispatch a ground team. Alright, nothing interesting here. I don't think we can talk to any of those characters, so let's try and head in. Alright, what did this do? Man, I cannot stand having a lever and not knowing what it does, like buttons. You know, I'm like a child with a big red button that cannot refrain from pushing. Alright, you gotta be chatty.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
I bet.
You the one flying the Unreliable?
That's yours truly. The name's, should I go with Hawthorne? No, I shouldn't, because they know Hawthorne here. See, that's the cool thing about reading all those texts that I did earlier. Now I know that they know Captain Hawthorne, so if I say I'm him, he might recognize that I'm not, facially. So, let's go with how did you know?
Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
I've been expected, huh? So you're a Sublight employee?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Alright, let's go meet her then. Where is... Oh, there she is. Alright. Oh, she seems important with such a big office and all.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Aggressive operations. Couldn't you be more blunt? Right, so, never heard of you? I don't know. We kinda read about them, so yeah, let's not get the rundown on them once again. Yes, I'm Shaken, the captain of the Unreliable.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Alright, so I didn't kill him. Why would she care about that? She kills people on a daily basis. Don't let Ada hear you calling her ship names, Hawthorne. Get to the point, Hagen. Ah, man. Should I be blunt? Yeah, get to the point, Hagen.
I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Isn't there always?
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
Well, I don't have one, but I can find one. I don't have a nav key, but can I still take the job? Before that, what's so special about Stellar Bay?
First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack.
Alright, so, I don't have a nav key, can I still have the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Alright, so, I take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
And that's how Sublight created the murdering division. Alright, so what other kinds of sectors does Sublight pursue?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
That's a very bureaucratic way of saying I kill everybody that stands in my way. Alright, so you're bureaucratic pirates. Wink and nod. Of course I'm gonna do that.
Good girl. Knew you'd understand.
Oh, nobody calls me good girl, but I'm gonna let this fall. Hagen, this time. Alright, so how organized is this business of yours?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets. Grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Alright, you kinda make Excel spreadsheets sound scary. Alright, you're honest. I like that.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
Ah, you're a realist. Alright. That's good.
Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Okay. Calm down. Alright, we can't do anything here though, so bye. Okay. Transition to back base, yes. Let's get to the shooting. Alright, now we're probably gonna have to fight our way through here. Is everybody with me? I haven't tested the Vicar's abilities.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or he'll parley with the king.
Now let's parley, King.